Okay, all right. So before we start, how are you? How's everything?
Yes, everything is fine.
Everything is fine. How are studies?
It is also fine.
That is also fine. All right. Okay, fine. Okay, so should we sit straight
Yes,
and do meditation?
yes.
All right.
Dear mindful learners, we begin the session by gathering our attention and focus through a body scan mindfulness practice. Taking a moment to allow your body to settle into a comfortable position. You may close your eyes or keep them slightly open. Willing the spine to lift, the shoulders to soften, and a slight smile on your face. Take a long breath in through your nose and a slow out breath. Bringing your attention to the passage of air through your nostrils, windpipe, lungs, heart, and tummy. Repeat 3 more times. Now bring your awareness to the top of your body, your head, face, neck, shoulders. Sensing the back of the body and the front of the body. Sensing yourself seated. Feeling the contact of your body.
Tell me, have you heard of a goose before? Do you know what a goose is?
It's a bird.
It's a bird, right? And the plural of goose is?
What?
So if there's one bird, you say goose. And if there are many, so plural, you say geese, okay? So that's the plural for goose, okay? So now we have a poem, okay? Before that, let us learn a few things and some interesting information about geese. So we actually know what's happening, okay? So have you heard of the word migration before? M-I-G-R-A-T-I-O-N.
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
So do you know what it means?
Flying to one place to another place.
Flying from one place to another. And do you know why birds do that? Birds and other animals do that. Fly from one place to another.
Yes, for climate.
For climate, for food, for all of that, right? Excellent. So, so geese are one of those birds who also migrate from time to time for the weather and all of that. So we're going to see a few facts about it.
Along the eastern seaboard, V formations of Canada geese fly overhead every spring and fall. Despite their name, Canada geese are found across North America and have even been introduced to parts of Europe and New Zealand. Adapted to live in marshy meadows and wetlands, they fare equally well in city parks and farmlands. Canada geese follow a strict migratory path with traditional stopover points along the way. Most will follow the same route for the rest of their lives. Here, rest and refuel. When feeding underwater, they drag their bills across the bottom. Serrated edges along their bills easily slice through vegetation.
There's an information that you didn't know before. You can use it. Use the chat to write it down to make a note of it. Okay.
Any small animal caught up is an extra bonus. Though primarily herbivores, some geese populations have been known to eat
they're
insects.
herbivores, right? So what are herbivores, Anirudh?
Herbivores.
Yeah. What do they eat? Herbivores?
They eat grass.
They eat
Yes. Grass.
plants. Okay.
Grass.
Yeah. So herbivores always eat plants. You know what carnivores eat?
Meat.
Yes, very good. And you know what omnivores eat?
They eat both.
Yes, excellent. So these are herbivores mostly, but sometimes they also eat insects. Okay.
Fish, and even clams. The bill makes an excellent grooming tool as well. Feathers must be kept in excellent shape. Once recharged, they'll take to the skies and continue their journey. They are strong and streamlined flyers. A flock may cover 1,500 miles in a single day.
1,500 miles in a single day.
The V formations reduce wind resistance and help keep the flock coordinated. Canada geese mate for life. Each year, the females return to the same nesting site to lay their eggs. Family bonds are extremely strong. Chicks begin signaling to the parents when they're still in the egg. Once hatched, the baby goslings will
So what
stay
are the
with the
babies
family for
called?
up to a year.
What?
What are the babies called of the geese?
Goslings.
Yes, excellent. And also the females, they go back to the same place to lay their eggs. Okay, so imagine they travel so much, 15,000 kilometers. Also, why do they fly in that V shape? Anirudh, what do you think? You can see most birds also. Sometimes, you know, when you look out in the sky, you will see they fly in a V shape. Do you know why?
No.
So basically there's something called the wind resistance. Okay, so there's wind also, right? So you have to fly through the wind, like cutting the wind. So if you're flying in a V shape, the bird in front of you already cuts the wind for you. So the resistance on your wings, it is less. Okay, so it becomes easier for all of them to move together in a V. You get it? So like the bird in front of you is doing the work. So all of them is working together, not to get so that the wind is not too heavy on their wings. Okay.
Yes.
They learn from their parents how to find food, how to communicate, how to swim, and fly. And when they are old enough, the migration routes they will follow year after year, flying high overhead as the seasons go by.
Oh. So now what do you think, in which season do they migrate? What do you think?
What?
When you think they migrate, like what
Winter.
season? Winter. Okay.
And rainy
Great.
season.
Why do you think so?
Because
Why do you think winter? You're right, but tell me why you think. So it's extreme climate, right? So winters are extremely cold. So like sometimes they're not able to deal with that much. Okay. So we have a poem here. If you can see, what is the name of the poem? Can you read it out for me?
okay, something told the wild geese it was time to go.
Okay, not now. Something told the wild geese is the name of the poem. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of the background. So this poem is about the migration of wild geese. Okay, and migratory birds travel in the north. Okay, they usually travel in the north in spring and south in fall. Okay, so fall is usually autumn. But it may but then these geese you saw, they travel long distances. The snow goose, for example, spends the winter in the coastal regions. Okay, and in the early spring it migrates all the way to Arctic region. Okay, so early spring they go to the Arctic regions where there's so much cold. So migrating geese are guided by landmarks. You know, this is a very interesting fact that I found, that migrating geese are guided by the landmarks on the Earth's surface. So landmarks are basically, they help you recognize where you're going, right? So if you're telling me, if I don't know where you live, Anirudh, and you can tell me, you know, there's a school beside my house, that is a landmark for me to recognize your house. You get it? So now how will these migrating birds?
There are not a there isn't a school in my house, near my house.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, you tell me what is a landmark near your house?
My hospital.
Hospital. Okay, fine. That is a great example. So like sometimes if I can't find your house, then I will look for the hospital to reach your house. So just in the same way, these birds, they use the you know, landmarks on the earth's surface, such as different things, you know, mountains maybe, or different landmarks, to recognize where they're going. To also look at the stars. Okay, they also look at the stars, the winds, and they smell the scent of the particular region to understand where they are. Okay, it is very interesting to me how they can look at the stars and understand. What do you think? How do they recognize where they're going from the stars, and like the position of the stars?
I don't know.
Like, what do you feel like? Because stars are fixed, right? So if you recognize a star, then probably you can tell which direction you're going from there. But do you think they have so much brain to do that?
No.
But then here they are saying, if you research a little bit about geese, you'll find that they actually find where they are going, you know, their landmarks using stars. That means they might be very intelligent, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fine. All right. Let's read once. You read, and then you try to explain to me what you understand of this poem, and then I will explain to you. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and read, Anirudh.
Something told the wild geese it was time to go to the field lake golden. Something whispered, snow. Leaves were green and
Stirring.
berries lunched and
Luster.
luster blue. But
Lost.
but beneath warm feathers something con-
Cautioned.
cautioned frost.
Okay. Here, can you tell me what's going on? What have you understood? Whatever you've understood from here, can you tell me in a line or two? It's fine if you're wrong. It's completely okay. You're on mute.
What?
Can you tell me what you understood from these two paragraphs, these two verses?
I understand that they have instincts that their instincts are telling them to migrate.
Their instincts are telling them to migrate. That's a very good word. Very good. So their instincts are telling them to migrate, even though, so what? So is it winter yet there? You're on mute. You can unmute and say, is it winter there yet? Anirudh, unmute yourself and tell me. Can you hear me?
But winter is going to start.
Winter is going to start. Okay, very good. And their instinct is telling them that winter is going to start. Great. Okay. So now let's discuss this paragraph verse. Okay. Something told the wild geese it was time to go, though the field lay golden. Something whispered snow. So even though the field was all golden, something was their instinct. You very rightly pointed out. The instinct was whispered to them snow. Leaves were green and stirring. Can you tell me what stirring means?
Stirring means I think like rotating.
Sorry? Moving, yeah, very good. Leaves were green and stirring. Berries luster gloss. Can you tell me what luster means?
I don't know what is luster.
Okay. You know what gloss means?
And
Gloss is a glossy substance, right? So the berries were all juicy and, you know, glossy. Glossy means, you know, a little bit shiny. Okay, so the leaves were all green and stirring. Berries luster glossed, but beneath warm feathers, something cautioned frost. Do you know what caution means?
Dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous. So I'm cautioning you that something might be dangerous. So what
Warning.
is, yes, very good, excellent. So can we read this paragraph again properly with so that you see, you know, the meanings of all the words? Anirudh? Yeah, just read this paragraph once again properly, slowly, so that you know the meaning of all the words.
The wild geese, it was time to go through the lay golden,
Field lay golden,
but something whispered snow. Leaves were green and stealing berries were luster gold glossed,
lost,
beneath warm weather,
caution,
something caution frost.
frost. Okay. Next paragraph. All the sagging orchards steamed with amber spice, but each wild beast stiffened at remembered ice. Something told the wild geese it was time to fly. Summer sun was on their wings, winter in their cry. Okay. So, why do you think they're saying sagging orchards? Do you know what sagging means? Something which is sinking or bulging downwards. Okay, so like if you take a cloth bag and if you put heavy basketball inside, it will be bulging downwards because of its weight, right? Yeah, so just like that, sagging orchards means, so orchards, there were like fruits and all of that, right? So they were sagging from their weight. So so all these fruits were ripe, so that is why they were sagging. That's so did you understand the meaning of sagging? And what are orchards, Anirudh? Can you unmute and say? You're on mute. So can you tell me what orchards are?
Orchards. I don't know what orchards are.
Okay, so orchards are basically, it's an area of land for the cultivation of fruits. Okay, so it's an area of land where fruits are grown. Okay, so what did I say? What is sagging? What does sagging mean? Sagging means basically it's bulging downwards, okay, from its weight. So what example did I give you? If you take like a plastic and if you put very heavy basketballs inside, won't it like bulge from the weight? Because the balls are obviously heavier than the plastic, right? Are you understanding? So why do you think they are saying sagging orchards? So orchards are growing fruits, right? So fruits are all ripe. So when the fruits are ripe, the fruits become heavy. So they are sagging from the trees, almost as if they will fall off. Steamed with amber spice. Amber, you know what amber is? Have you heard the word before? It's like a resin, okay? So I'll show you the picture of a resin. So that's a particular, they're saying spice, okay? Amber is a type of spice they're saying. But
I know what is amber.
you know?
Where is
That's
amber?
okay, great. But each wild beast stiffened. So stiffened means they become stiff, okay? When they remembered ice, you know, when they remembered that winter is coming. Okay, so stiffened, you understood?
Yes.
When do you stiffen? So whenever you're tensed or whenever you're stressed, you stiffen, you become stiff. And here, why did they become stiff?
Because their instincts are telling them not to be
Yeah,
there.
because they remembered that ice, so they remembered winter. So something told the wild geese it was time to fly. Summer sun was on their wings, winter in their cry. Okay, Anirudh, can you read this paragraph once more and make sure that you know all the words here?
Yes. The
Go
sagging
ahead.
orchards streamed with amber spice, but each wild beast stiff in front of
Stiffen.
even that remembered eyes.
So did you understand this one? Can you tell me what sagging orchards are? Why it's saying sagging orchards? You're on mute. Why are they saying sagging orchards, Anirudh?
Orchards, I think they are that type of fruit.
Type of fruit, no, you cultivate fruit there. So it's a piece of land where you grow fruits, right? And why are they saying sagging orchards?
They're falling.
Yeah, because the fruits are ripe, right? So the weight is more, so they're bulging downwards from their weight. So that's why they're saying sagging orchards. And then steamed with amber spice that you know, but each wild bee stiffened at remembered ice. Do you understand that much? Read the last stanza. Anirudh, read the last stanza.
Something told the wild geese it was time to fly. Summer sun was on their wings, winter in their cry.
Okay, fine, great. All right. Now I want you to answer this. So you can use the annotate option and circle the correct answer, whichever you think is the correct answer. So what time of the year is it in the poem? What you think? I want you to circle. And which of the following is mentioned in the poem?
It's winter, but I have a problem with my pen.
So is it winter?
Yes, it is winter.
But you said their instincts are saying winter will come. But what time is it now?
Spring.
Excellent. Very good. So it's spring right now. Okay, I think you it's something is wrong. That's why you're circling the one on top, but this one, right? Spring. So very good. So why do you think spring? Because we're saying the fruits are all ripe, and we are saying there's all those fruits which are sagging, and they're also talking about like the way the field is golden and all of that. So it's spring, and winter is going to come, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Second one. Can you tell me what the answer is for second one? Read the question once.
The second question's answer is the second one. The second answer.
So read the question and the answer.
Which is the following is mentioned in, which of the following is mentioned in the poem? The fields are golden.
Okay, the fields are golden. That is mentioned in the poem, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Fine. So the fields are golden, right? Okay, we have 3 more questions. You've got 2 out of 5 till now. Okay, let's see if you can make it. Okay. Tell me. Read the question out loud. Read the question and then tell me the answer.
At the end of the first stanza, what does the word contain?
What does the word?
Caution mean?
Caution.
Warned.
Want. Very good. What does the word?
It's because in Amazon packages there are like this.
In what? In what?
When I buy Nerf guns and those stuff,
There's caution written, right? Because if something is dangerous, then I will warn you or caution you. So another word for caution is warn. Very good. So you have 3 out of 5 till now. Okay. Read number 4 and tell me the answer of number 4.
why are orchids sagging and streamed with amber spice? Because the trees are heavy with ripe fruit.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Very good. See, you're doing so well. The trees are heavy with ripe fruit. And what is the meaning of sagging? What did we say?
Falling down.
No, bulging down because of its weight, right?
Yes.
So 4 out of 5. Okay, last question. Read number 5 and tell me.
But it's not there.
Okay,
I can't
just
see
wait. Okay, wait for it to show up on your screen and then read.
Yes. What told the geese it was time to go?
Yeah, what told the geese it was time to go?
The signs of nature.
5 on 5. Great, good job, Anirudh. So the signs of nature told the geese that it was time to go, and I'm giving you 5 on 5 here. Okay, great. Now we have a little bit of thinking questions, okay? So the fact like this, like, you know, the signs of nature telling the geese what time to go and all of that. What is this phenomenon called whereby you can tell what is going to happen?
Instinct.
So with your instincts, you're able to
Predict.
Yes. So this phenomenon is called prediction, whereby you can tell what is going to happen. So what are some of the techniques you use to tell what is going to happen in the future, Anirudh? Be it anything. Be it anything. If you can predict about something about your life, what are the few techniques that you use to predict something?
Guessing and using the thing that I used last time.
Okay, so what are those? You recognize what to predict? Again, this word starts with P. Sorry?
Predict the future.
Yeah, so you predict the future by recognizing a few things, right? So you don't get signs from nature like birds. So how do you predict stuff for yourself? Do you recognize patterns of things and then predict?
Yes.
Do you think patterns help in prediction?
Yes.
Yes. So something that has been happening in a particular pattern, you know it's going to happen in that same pattern again. So that is what you use to predict. Is there some other technique that you use for prediction, Anirudh? Be it anything. Like if you tell me, you know, I can predict that I'm going to get like a 45 on 50 for this test. How do you think you can predict that?
I can predict that by how I am studying.
How you are studying, so your behavior also matters in prediction. Excellent. Okay, Anirudh, I'm not able to see you. Can you sit up also? Okay, last question for you. If the answer is geese, can you come, or not 3, can you come up with one question? So you have to ask me a question and you know my answer is geese. So can you come up with a question which will lead to the answer, which is geese?
What migrates in winter? In spring.
What migrates? Okay, fine. What migrates during winters? What is a bird that migrates during winters? And I can say geese, right? Okay, great. All right. Now, Anirudh, we have a recap activity, okay? So do you remember what antonyms are?
Opposite words.
Opposite words. So you're doing great this class. You've done this comprehension really well and fine. So you are saying it's opposite words, fine. I will give you 2 minutes. Can you match the opposite words here? Whatever you know, can you match? We have done some of these words before. So just try to match whichever. So we have compliment, rigid,
What
arrogant.
is Denny?
Sorry,
What is
which one?
Denny? D-N-Y.
Oh, deny. That's not
Oh,
deny, it's deny. So it
Sure.
means to refuse. Okay? It means to refuse. I'm saying
what
no.
refuse? But refuse is already there.
Yeah, so there are some things which are a little bit tricky here. So be careful, and I want you to match
What
opposite
is
words.
compliment?
Compliment? Okay. If I say, Anirudh, you are doing so well today, that means I gave you a compliment. So I means compliments means saying nice things to others. Okay, so I'm complimenting you. That means I'm saying something nice to you.
And compliment and insult.
Compliment and insult. Okay, great. Can you do you want me to join it for you, or do you want to join it on the screen?
I can't do it, so you.
Okay, I'll do it. Compliment and insult. Okay. Can you recognize any other pair?
Mature and mature.
Immature and mature. Okay.
Confirm and relax. Certainly.
Confirm and
Deny.
yes, deny. Do you know what confirm means?
Yes.
Let's confirm today's class. That means you're confirming. And deny is you're refusing. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Arrogant and humble.
Arrogant and humble. Excellent.
Refuse and agree.
Refuse and agree. Sorry, that was
Whisper and scream.
refuse and agree, whisper and scream. Okay.
Doubt and certainly.
Yes. Certainty. Do you know what doubt and certainty are? Can you tell me what doubt is?
Doubt means a question.
That you're not, doubt means you not a question, doubt means you're not sure of something, and certainty means you are completely sure of that particular thing. Yeah, your question can be a doubt, yes, but not all doubts are questions. A doubt can be something that you're not sure about. Okay.
What is rigid?
Rigid. Okay, interesting. So rigid is, if you say, Nilakshi, do you want to come along with me today? I'll be like, no, I don't go swimming. You'll be like, okay, fine, you can try. I'm like, no, I don't want to go swimming because I don't swim. So rigid is very, you're very rigid with your decisions.
Flexible.
Right.
Flexible.
Flexible. So rigid is basically you are unable to like change or unable to adapt. Okay. So I will not do anything that is beyond my comfort zone. So I'll be like, no, I can't change. And flexible is yes. I'll be like, okay, fine, I can do this, I can try this. So flexible.
What
And
is idli?
what is?
What is idli?
Oh, this is idle. You know what idle is? Idle is, if I'm sitting idle, that means I'm sitting alone. You know, I'm just always by myself. I'm always alone. So that is idle. Also, idle means also you are being very lazy. Okay.
Okay, lazy and active.
Yeah. So what is this word? Idle.
You told it everything is tricky, but nothing is tricky.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. But you were able to do right so well. So what is this word? How to pronounce this word, Anirudh? Idle. Okay, say idle. Unmute yourself. You are on mute.
Idle.
Yeah, idle. Idle means you are a little lazy, always by yourself. You know, always sitting down. So I'll be like, Anirudh, why are you sitting so idly? Okay, don't sit so idle. Be more active. So that is idle. Okay, we have one more exercise for this, and then we'll move on to something else. Okay, before that, you are okay. So basically what you have to do is, there when you read the sentence, there's one word which is underlined. Okay, so that word's opposite will be in the next blank. So every sentence has two blanks. So one blank is already has a word. The other word will be the opposite word or the antonym of this underlined word. Did you get it? Okay, so can you read the first sentence, Anirudh? Unmute yourself and read the first sentence. You can keep yourself unmuted. Yeah. So can you read the first sentence, Anirudh?
Can you wait for a minute? I need to drink my milk.
Yeah, sure. No worries. So we are talking here basically that every sentence has this word which is underlined, and the other blank which is there, that will be the antonym for the first underlined word. So these are pretty easy. So there are four. So you will have to just point out the antonyms, that's all.